Are you a renter tired of paying your landlord's mortgage? Well, guess what? Buying a home in New York is not as hard as you think. Even better, imagine owning a home for less or equal to what you are currently paying in rent. Hard to believe, right? Well, today, we're going to show you that it's possible.
My name is Rafael Reyes, and over my 10-year mortgage banking career, I've helped hardworking families claim their piece of the American dream. My goal today is to help you expand the vision you have for your future in this country. I'm going to show you some simple illustrations so you can see just how much wealth is created by owning instead of renting that roof you have to keep over your head. I'm going to introduce you to an inspiring young lady who has been able not only to purchase one, not two, but 3 homes over the course of the last 7 years, all before the tender age of 40, overcoming unbelievable setbacks in the process of purchasing her most recent home. A few things before we get started. If you're serious about becoming a homeowner, I encourage you to stick around and watch the entire video. There's only but so much that we can fit into these next few minutes. At the end, I'm going to be giving you some precise instruction on the steps you need to take next to get you prepared to take that leap into homeownership. Additionally, I'm going to be giving away some money to really give those home buying aspirations a serious boost. So what do you say? Let's have some fun and let's get started.
Qualifying for a mortgage isn't as scary as it sounds. Let's debunk the common myths by playing a quick game of Do I Qualify? True or false?
Question number 1. You need a minimum of 20% down to purchase a home.
Today, you can qualify for a mortgage with as little as 3% down.
Question number 2. You need to have perfect credit in order to qualify for a mortgage.
The minimum credit score required to qualify for a mortgage is a credit score of 580.
Question number 3. You need to make a lot of money in order to buy a house.
The truth is, if your family earns $70,000 in collective household income, you could most likely qualify for a mortgage.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, buying a home in New York is not as difficult as most people think. What is difficult is to neglect the wealth-building possibilities by owning a piece of real estate. Even if you have to team up with a friend or a family member, some pie is better than no pie at all. Don't believe me? Take a look at this net worth chart right here. So did you notice? The net worth of a homeowner is 45 times greater than that of a renter.
Here's one of our favorite success stories. Meet the Tamayo family, a lovely family of 5 living in the Arvern by the Sea section of Queens. In a span of 7 short years, the Tamayo family went from not believing they could become homeowners to purchasing their 3rd home just a few years ago.
Well, I am a busy mom of 3 little girls. I also work full-time as a school social worker, which has its benefits of living by the beach. I get to enjoy the summer out here in Rockaway.
So Ruthie, take us to the beginning. What was it like for you before you purchased your first home? Were you renting? Were you living with parents? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we were newly married, probably a year or 2, and we had a daughter. And we wanted the American dream. We wanted to own a home. So we decided to purchase a condo instead of a house because we couldn't afford it. And we bought a 2-bedroom, 2-bath across the street from the beach. And it ended up becoming neighborhood, and we thought it would be perfect for us.
What were some things that you quickly discovered as you went through the process that were not true?
That we need a large down payment, that you needed a perfect credit score, and that you needed to make a lot of money, which we didn't because we were young and we were growing our family. So once we knew we didn't have to have those things, that they didn't have to be perfect, we were able to move forward. Awesome.
All you gotta do is begin to look into certain things, and they don't always appear to be what you think they are, right? So great. So you're just starting out. You decide to move forward with a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath condominium across from the ocean. What was that process like? Like, what kind of documents and things like that did the bank require in order to approve you for the mortgage?
It's a really exciting time. I think once you get like that pre-approval from the bank, you're like, yes, we're doing this. But it's a really, really stressful time. The banks ask you for everything, practically. Your firstborn child. They want a lot of documents. They want your W-2s. They want proof of income, your pay stubs. They want tax returns. So you have to get a lot of paperwork together, fax it a few times to them. And so it's a long, I would say, 2.5 months process.
Awesome. It depends now. I mean, we try to get you to the table in 30 days.
You go with Raphael, yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Ruthie. So right, so you close on the condo, right? Fast forward. You're there for a few months, and what happens next? For a few years, right?
For like 2 years,
Okay.
and we, just like any apartment, we quickly grew out of it. And we had another baby, and also our HOA, the dues that you pay with a condo, went up a lot. And we also were there during Hurricane Sandy. So we decided our best bet was to sell it, and maybe there was some equity in there, we could get our money back from the sale, and that we could then own a home.
Awesome. So now you put the condo on the market, you find a buyer, right? And you get to the closing table, and this is where it gets very interesting, folks. So you get to the closing table, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to take the money from this sale of my apartment and use this to buy a house. And what happens after that?
So we get to the closing, and I think everything's going okay. Money's being exchanged, and I'm thinking, where's my money? And the lawyer tells us, oh, I'll talk to you after that. And then, to make a long story short, our attorney ended up stealing our money, which was going to be used to buy our home. So we didn't have that money.
Incredible. This guy jeopardized his whole career, his freedom, by stealing your money. Very unfortunate situation. So you're there, you don't get your check, and you're thinking you're going to use this money to buy another house. So you're thinking the dream is now dead, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do from there?
We quickly rented an apartment,
Okay.
a 2-bedroom, which was actually less space than what we had, for almost $1,600 a month. And we didn't know what was going to happen with the situation, so that was our deal at the moment, and it was annoying and frustrating and disappointing.
Okay. And I mean, so you don't have your money, you're renting, and then I think we connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you explained to me what happened, and
So in consulting with you and explaining our situation in the past and what we paid for with the condo, you kind of let us know that this is doable. Like, you can buy your home, and even if you don't have a large down payment. And we didn't have that money, so we decided that we were going to take money out of my husband's annuity, which you can do. You can borrow against it, and in his situation, you pay yourself back, and you're also paying yourself the interest. The company doesn't charge you the interest, which is nice. So that was doable, and we only put down 3.5% on the house, and the housing prices were low at the time, and so were interest rates. So we were able to do it.
so you got a great deal on the house. And just so our viewers know, an annuity is basically in a retirement account, right? And your husband was lucky enough to be in a union and have some money there that he can borrow against and pay himself interest. If you're gonna pay anyone interest, it should be you. So that was good. And then after that, you say, okay, you're excited now, you're reinvigorated, and you hit the market. And what did you find? What did you end up selling?
We ended up finding a 2-family home for somebody who dropped the price down, and I had a great agent who was a hustler and got us there, and we looked at the house, we loved it. It was down the block from the beach, and we put a bid, it was accepted, and did our mortgage with you.
Awesome.
And everything worked out. I mean, stresses here and there, but things that we already had, it couldn't be worse than what we had before, we experienced before. And now we have our home.
Awesome. So now you're still across the street from the ocean. You can still see the ocean from your home, right? Which is, I think, it appears to me that it's a major requirement for any property that you're going to buy. At least to my eyes, it's mine. And now that's a fantastic story. So now you have this 2-family. That means you have someone living upstairs, a renter, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I don't want to get too personal here, but what does it cost you to live in this now 3-bed duplex, 2.5 bath home?
Probably a little under $1,300.
So you're out of pocket for $1,300 a month.
I know, unbelievable.
That is crazy. Good things happen to people. You're blessed, and that's why you were put in a much better position that you were not obviously expecting. So you're basically owning your home for the price of renting a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City, which is which is amazing. And what do these rent for in this neighborhood? Do you know?
If we rented the 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, probably at least
So you're
2,500.
living for half of what it would cost in rent.
Yeah.
Just an incredible move there. And there's one piece of advice that you can share with our viewers that makes the home buying process just a little bit easier. What would that piece of advice be?
It would definitely be to really pick a great team. At the end of the day, it's a business and everybody's getting paid, but you want people that really have your best interests in mind, that are not going to force you to put an offer that you're not comfortable with. They're not going to stress you out through the loan process, and an attorney that you can trust that's working for you, that's going to read through that contract and make sure you're getting the best offer. Everything's great with the house. Have a reliable home inspector to check the home. So really pick a good team.
Okay, so it's an attorney, it's a banker, a realtor, and I heard you mention a home inspector. So the right team for those 4 individuals. And I mean, these are the kind of stories that we like to really put together. And I just want to tell my viewers what ended up happening with the attorney who stole your money.
Well, it did go, to the DA's office, and it's been almost 3.5 years, and we're still waiting for, I guess, justice. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get our money, but it's taken quite a long time.
Well, hey, that's gonna be a nice chunk of change when it does hit the bank account. So, and congratulations to you and your perseverance and sticking through all these challenges. I'm sure they weren't easy. And again, I just want to thank you for educating our viewers. And that's it. Thank you, Ruthie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Awesome. So what are you waiting for? Home values are already through the roof. Rates are going up. The window of opportunity could be closing very, very soon. Take a moment, identify where you stand, see if you can get a mortgage, okay? Click the link below to claim your $2,000 towards your closing costs that we are giving away as a thank you for you to watch the entire video. And most importantly, sign up for our upcoming webinar titled 7 Steps to Home Buying Success. There, we're gonna hold your hand through every single step of the home buying process. You're gonna know everything you need to know to get those keys to your first home. So I thank you for stopping in. I thank you so much for watching the entire video. Please share it with your friends, share it with your network, and do not hesitate to reach out to us if you ever have any home buying questions. We wish you the best, and God bless.